making you go back a lot, so I'm obviously not baiting at the moment enough.
Yeah, must be.
Because you've been coming and going.
I'm following you, but then I'm having.
I've been watching you back off about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
So I'm going, okay.
Must be doing the same because I'm making you back away.
Yeah, not too open, but. This is where I do have to throw more.
Yeah, I was starting to feel
Because I have to,
Yeah.
I have to open that up. So,
Otherwise, sometimes it looks like I'm going to put my fingers through your blade if I reach for you too much, if your blade's hovering around.
if it's too much of this.
Yeah, no, you're right. The second you started reaching for attacks, it made the openings look bigger behind your arm. Now I want to go through it. Now I'm reaching and now giving you openings. So yeah, you have to make them open up. You have to open up. It's interesting. It's a fine line of doing it safely though. But once it starts, you can trigger like a big combo.
Putting the hand through it, so I've got to be careful.
Yeah,
Always do the V.
That's why I was pulling back. I was going whoop whoop.
Yeah.
So you just feel like you're going to run your fingers.
Got to make sure I do a big V.
And if you're finding you're still getting hit when you do the V, shorten the strike.
Yeah.
Because if you're going out and it's hitting just before you turn it, just shorten the strike a little bit and it'll make it so it doesn't hit your fingers.
Right. I've got to get back into this a bit more.
Yeah.
Because I started just doing this.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. I don't want to bait too stationary.
Is this looking like openings? When
You're just a little far away still.
Right, yeah, because I've got to do this.
Yeah. But the more we go for it, the more it will start creeping in.
You're going to need to speed it up a bit.
Yeah, find the speed. Yeah, whatever works for you.
Yeah, because otherwise I'll just bring my hand through it.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of time I end up lulling people into my speed, even unintentionally.
Yeah. No.
And then I find the timing easy when it's the one I like.
Yeah, that's cut through.
I'm happy that I'm starting to get more of this simultaneous down.
Yeah.
I didn't actually cut you on that. No, I was just redirecting with my spine.
I can see a lot of this now.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks like you can tell where it is.
So I do have to move faster.
Yeah.
Keep the motion going. Still get close enough to show.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, what's going on?
I was thinking I'm doing the first one as a bait.
Yeah.
And going, if you come in, I'm going to leave this here, and if you go for it, I've got that. If not, that to offense.
Yeah.
I'm just going to draw you forward. Nice. That one almost got me.
Yeah.
But you're changing a range a lot more. Both of your feet and your hands.
Yeah.
Your head's been off the line really good.
this is what I wasn't. Not enough roof books.
The Benny Hill.
Ah,
Yeah,
I thought something's
yeah.
missing.
You know, Tom Flynn mentioned that last week. He said the Benny Hills really helped in the
Ah.
sparring. So I brought that up to him on the last lesson.
Okay, because that
Yeah.
has me driving in more.
Yeah, because when you do the other one, you point the tip and it makes you retract
Yeah.
and extends the range. The Benny Hill, you're more square. That lets you fall forward, change spine, change
Okay.
heights. Yeah.
I thought something's just. Alright.
Yeah. As long as you're
Yeah.
still getting your head off fine,
Yeah, well,
because the
it's
Benny
still-
Hill will bait with your face a bit more.
Yeah.
So as long as you're there and you're willing to move around it,
Yeah.
move around it, like,
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
nice.
good.
It's good.
That's
No one's getting cut in a lot of these
Yeah.
exchanges. Nice. You nicked my arm on that one.
It allows me to get closer safely.
Yeah. You're starting to nick my hand and my arm more in the last couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But before I was just getting clean stuff.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I couldn't come
yeah.
in just doing this.
Yeah. Now even when I'm dodging
Yeah.
stuff, you're like bleeding me a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's still holes, but it feels a lot more like I'm trying to thread a needle.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
before it felt like I could control and then pick something.
Yeah.
Where I don't have that control on you like I had before.
Right.
Yeah. I think that was the increase in speed that you did.
Yeah. When I do this, I can be flat-footed for a second and
Yeah.
still move.
That's it.
Whereas if I try flat-footed with this, I get stuck.
Once you spread your weight, you got it too much on one post, and now you get planted.
Yeah,
Yeah. At least before, like when you're square, at least you're kind of even with it,
yeah, it's better.
and you're doing it for a reason. You're doing it to break the rhythm and debate.
Yeah.
If it was just an unintentional thing where you're just stiffening up in the middle, I'd be like, no, but alright, we'll do 30 seconds, we'll switch out. Whoa.
Jeez, I don't want to do that too many times. That's not going to be my go-to move.
No, I was going to go to the point where I was like,
Just went,
I'm having to
whoa.
be very present because I'm like, going, holy shit. Mate, that's feeling
That
really
was much, much better. So
good.
just
I
needed.
feel like you can see it. And
Yeah.
even with the lights, even when you can't see it, you know what line I'm on and the range.
Oh, I could feel
and you
where
go,
I'm
if I
going.
pivot here, this will umpagata, and you're moving, your head didn't stiffen up.
No.
And when it did, it looked like it looked just natural.
Yeah.
That
It can, like I said, it can be okay when you're doing
Yeah.
the Benny Hill to be there for a second and then move.
So were you just pointing the tip too much before on it?
No, I wasn't
Oh, you
doing
just weren't
it.
using it? You were just
I was
going,
coming
you were doing
around
spines and
and then
loops.
trying to move closer.
Yeah,
And you're going, I can time this.
yeah. Because I can go block and then off the block something else.
Well, that's what
But
this
if
is.
you're just trying to go umpagata back and
Yeah.
forth, you're doing these big weight shifts compared to my solo ones. And
But
yeah,
now I can drive
Yeah.
in with this
yeah.
and still
when you
feel
sped the
safe.
timing up, like maybe only you did 10 or 20% faster,
Yeah.
it made a difference. It helped you.
Yeah.
That was good. No,
Okay.
thank you so much,
That's
bro.
good.
We'll try the DOS Manos out and see if it transfers.